Hello guys, so today I'm going to move this CyberPower UPS block from the back of that wall to this IKEA shelf, and because of the receptacle located at the back, I will need to cut through the wall to allow this cable to go through. I'll show you the tools I'm going to be using, the materials, and the technique. It's a pretty quick project, so stay tuned. So for this project, I will need this hole saw cutting tip. It's 1.5 inches. I will need some piece of piping like this ABS pipe, and I will need just some construction glue, a little bit. So I'll just need to measure the place where I'm gonna be cutting the hole. Since it's 1.5 inches, I will need to have probably like 1 inch from the bottom of this shelf, and because I'll be positioning this block on the right side of this cubicle, so here will probably make good location. Now in your case could be different. Of course you want to make sure that you are cutting it far from studs or any electricals, because you don't want to cut the stud, and obviously you don't want to cut any electrical plumbing. For me it's very easy. I'll show you, because the other side of the wall is pretty visible, and I know on this side there is electrical receptacle, so I'll just need to feed this cable to that receptacle. So basically I'm going to be cutting the hole here. For you, make sure you do all the measurements and all the safety precautions, and you do not cut through anything important. Now just to show you how it looks here, basically as I said, the receptacle is located on this side, and I'll be cutting right here. In my situation is probably different than yours. For me, I can visually see what is behind of that drywall. It makes it very easy for me to cut it. If you need to cut through the wall, and obviously it's a basement, so you don't really care much unless it's a livable room in a basement. But if it's some utility or walls that, like mine, don't really make any purpose, they're unfinished, so you just make sure that you don't cut through anything important. And yeah, for me it's gonna be right in the middle, and then I'll be able to feed that cable right into this receptacle. Now this job can be a little bit messy, so make sure, if you don't want to have a lot of dust, you put either vacuum. For me it's just the IKEA shelf that I don't really care much about. It's the old one, but I still put this little bit of piece of cardboard so I don't drop all the dust to the bottom. Pro tip: when you cut drywalls with or any other materials with these hole saw tips, you want to start with the reverse order. Why? Because then you will be easily marking the hole, and when you actually need to cut it, you can change the rotation. So something like that. And actually for the drywall, I don't even need to change the rotation, because it can cut through very easily with the reverse one. So again, this will also make sure that if you happen to touch something important, you will feel it first instead of cutting through it. And I hope you won't. That's it. So in my case, it's already done. As you can see, technically the project could have been finished at this point, because the hole is cut, it's clean. Actually, I didn't even make a lot of mess, but because I might be fitting more cables through it later on, I'll just put some ABS piping through the hole like that, and I will glue it, and it'll make it a little bit tighter. And again, this can be applied to anywhere. I have this kind of approach applied through the walls, let's say when I put electric fireplace, and behind it I need to cut the wall to my closet where I had a receptacle. So I made the same kind of cut. I put ABS pipe, I glued it in, and then I was able to feed all the cables, actually from the TV or from Xbox, through that, and yeah, it made it very clean fitting. Then you want to remove excess dust. Now I will need about half to 1 inch of this ABS pipe, so I'm just gonna cut one. And you see it's very quick basement project. I don't really care about the specific measurements. As long as it fits, in the drywall, I'm good. Now, because it's drywall, sticking this construction adhesive is really hard, so I'm gonna place it on this pipe and we'll just put it in as is. Now, this is a little bit messy, so yeah, fits. Now I'll just remove this glue around it. Now, of course, if I was doing it somewhere where it's visible, I would do it more carefully, but here I don't really care about how it looks. It just has to be functional. So I gotta leave it for some time so it dries up, and after that we'll just feed all the wires. Glue has already dried up, and I connected these UPS to the receptacles on the other side. So let me show you. So that's how it looks on this side, and it's already connected to the receptacle. Right, thanks for watching, and as usual, let me know what you think down below in the comments. Cheers.